Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) for a 754 million fraud built a white mansion on the disputed land, a development that Amabim and the Okuama community elders challenge. It was gathered that an ally of the Nimasa boss, Anthony Abo, was taken hostage by Okuama people. Rising from the house built on the dispute land, residents said that it was this person's adoption that the military had to come to investigate, and perhaps effect his release, not any peace mission as a claim by the military authority. Who killed the 17 soldiers? Although no group has claimed responsibility for the attack on the soldiers, according to an army source, 17 military personnel, including a commanding officer, 2 major, 1 captain, and the 12 soldiers, were murdered by suspected youth of Okuama community. Insiders confided to the ICIR that the soldiers used a speedboat owned by Tantita security outfit, Tomporo's private security outfit. The soldiers CPL Yaya Bello Dambaba, CPL Kabiu Bashir, LCPL Buru Huruna, LCPL Sorom Opeyemi, LCPL Bello Anas, LCPL Hamas Peter, LCPN Ibrahim Abdullahi, PTE Alhaji Isam, PTE Clement Francis, PTE Abubakar Ali, PTE Ibrahim Adamu, and the PTE Adamu Ibrahim. Others include Lieutenant Colonel A.H. Ali, Commanding Officer, 181 Amphibious Battalion, Major S.D. Shafar, Major D.A. Obi, Captain U. Zachary, and the Sergeant Yahaya Saudu were reported lowered into the creek opposite Okuama's community and were all killed, but no one has questioned why trained soldiers were killed and those that conveyed them with a speedboat to survive. The question begging for an answer is, does Tantita security rent their speedboats? Does it mean that the 181 Amphibious Battalion has no speedboat they use for routine patrol? Tomporos refuses to speak. Since there were allegations that the speedboat used by the slain soldiers belongs to Tantitan security firm which Tompolo owns, the reporter went to Opoloza on a Saturday, March 30th, 2024, to obtain comment from the ex-militant leader, but was told that all media activities of the ex-militant leader is being handled by his media consultant, Paul Bembenimibo. The ICR contact Paul Bembenimibo on his known NTN cell phone number, but he did not take his call. Short message services, SMS, and WhatsApp messages were sent to him on March 31st and April 1st, 2024, asking him to clarify his boss stance on the use of his Tantita speedboat by the soldiers, and whether the firm rent out his speedboat, and whether Tompolo was in Cold War with Amagbemi. However, all attempts were unsuccessful, as he did not return calls or respond to the SMS or WhatsApp messages sent to his phone number. Now, who are the oil mafians? According to a Port Harcourt environment activist, Amabom Clift, the government has not demonstrated seriousness to fight the oil thief, and whatever tough mentioned are said to have been adopted have not put off the cartel. An activism with a young Nigeria rights organization based in Asaba, Delta State, Victor Ojei, also criticized the government's efforts at dealing with the issues of oil theft and illegal bunkerings in the Niger Delta. The tenacious ascents in oil robbery, despite a significant interest in securing oil pipeline, bringing up issues about the adequacies of the public authorities' methodology. It is conceivable that the action taken to this point by the federal government of Nigeria have not successfully tended to the main drivers of the issue, or have been inadequate to counter the refined strategy utilized by the oil criminals. A knowledgeable source said that the cartel over the years successfully sold a decode, making successful government believe that oil thieves was being carried out by small-time oil bunkers and the Niger Delta militants bent on destroying the country's economy, and so they must be eliminated. The presidency believed that the big-time oil thieves continue their bricks business with protection from the security operative. Now, how Tompolo was awarded a surveillance contract, but the real challenge is not the small-time oil thefts. It is the influential cartels that is strongly connected and has continued to operate with impunity despite the security measures in place. A security expert said there is no way they can fetch out the illegal oil cartels for possible persecution. Under the current set-up business, those in charge of security are part of the cartel, and those saddled with the oil pipeline protects contracts. Prior to the award surveillance contract to Tompolo in 2022, the federal government had understudied the system and came to the understanding that because of this knowledge of a creek, ex-militant Tompolo could help the government to stop pipeline vandalism and reduce bunkering. It was an idea that a top military shot during President Muhammadu Buhari's regime brought into. How Tompolo uses a military militant in the creek. Before President Bola Tinubu reviewed the Tompolo's security contract, there were agitations by other ethnic nationalities on the need for them to secure pipelines within their domain instead of giving all the contracts to Tantita Security Company. However, it is alleged that since Tompolo fulfilled his part of the political deal sealed with the president when he visited him in his hometown in Okorosa by mobilizing for Tinubu presidency in the region, Tinubu ignored the agitation of other ethnic groups like the Isoko Urobo, amongst others, to give a self-sovereignty contract for them to secure pipeline in their domain and review the pipeline sovereignty contract to Tompolo through the NNPC and the GMD. After the reward of the contract, many experts to get jobs and others benefits, including politicians and the security agents who also have roles to play. A very reliable source told the ICIR that immediately after the contract was reviewed, a former JTF commander, Major General Sakim Yakibelo, who tormented Tompolo in 2009 in the oil-rich region, was in Okorosa on one of the weekends, where he assured Tompolo that Operation Delta Save would work with him. Tompolo is also said to have invited some militant leaders, including Amegbeyin,